Welcome back to the Foul Line. I'm your host as always, Connor Black, and with me again we have Wyatt Hull. And with me, as always, my co-host Wyatt Austin.
Hey.
Alright, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Basically today we're gonna be talking about what players we think are gonna make the Hall of Fame. Most of them are pretty young, but we got some older generation guys in there. So I think we should just get straight into it. So number one, I have Anthony Edwards. Yes or no on making the Hall of Fame?
Yes. Yeah, he definitely has a chance.
Yeah, I think he for sure makes it. I mean, I wouldn't say a lock. Obviously, he hasn't done anything yet, but I think he has a chance.
He's got the potential.
Yeah. All right. Number two, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah. Yes, but I don't think it'd be as easy as other guys.
Why do you say that?
Just because if LaMelo can be the alpha, like go get 25 a game, then yeah. He's really young right now. He's still trying to figure it out, so I'll give him that.
I mean, he definitely has. He definitely has the best chance out of three.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you mean you guess?
What do you mean the three?
Out of him, Lonzo, and LiAngelo.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Obviously. Alright. Next up, we have Ja. Is Ja making the Hall of Fame by the end of his career?
Yes. Yeah. If he can stay healthy, yes.
I agree. I think Ja is such a dominant player. I don't think he needs to sign a rookie extension. I think he needs to leave Memphis.
Oh.
Look at this. Memphis went 17-3 without him. They're better without him.
I saw a random take that Kevin Durant was trying to leave the Nets so he could join Ja.
That'd be crazy. That would be wild. They're going to have to drop Jaren Jackson Jr. though.
Yeah.
Alright. This one, Zion. I think if he can come back this year and stay healthy, I think he can eventually. He's just such a generation. He's a generational talent.
Is he though, or is he just big and is he just that much of an athlete?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many times is a 280, 45-inch vertical going to come into the league? 6'7", 280 with a 45-inch vertical. How many times are you going to see that in a lifetime? We haven't seen
again.
We haven't seen that.
We've seen over 44-inch verticals before, but not in that frame.
That's what I'm saying. Because LeBron's 6'8" and 270.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll say yes.
I'd say if he can stay healthy, yes.
Yeah, asterisk. Health.
The problem is stay healthy.
But you could say that about
any. Wyatt told
You say what?
Wyatt told me the one thing about Zion is weight is very tough on joints. So he could have a pretty short career.
If he slims up, though, he's been slimming up. He looks a lot skinnier than he has, I think, right now in some of the practice videos.
If he could get 255, 260.
That's a lot.
I would be more confident.
That's a lot.
280 on a 6'6", 280 on 6'6" is. Well, think about it. 280 on 6'6" is a lot different than 280 on 7'1".
That's facts. Because he actually is the heaviest player ever to play in the NBA. Or not the heaviest player.
That true?
Okay. Right now he is, yes. Since he came in the league, he's been the heaviest player. And with every player who's in the league right now, he's the heaviest player. But I think there was that one guy who was almost 300 pounds. And then I bet there was times that Shaq was definitely over 280.
I read that Shaq was 320 at one point in his career.
I mean, there was points where Charles Barkley was probably pretty big too.
Yeah.
Alright. So I think Zion is a maybe. He's got an asterisk next to his name because health. We agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now an interesting one. Derrick Rose.
I don't think you will.
I say yes, only because he's the youngest MVP ever.
That's literally the only reason I was gonna say yes.
I don't think this might sound. I don't think anybody's gonna pass that. What was he? He was 23. 20.
Yeah.
22, 23.
Yes. Is his second year in the league you did it?
Third
year.
So I think he was 22 or 23. I think
if he was to win a championship as like a sixth man, I'd say yeah.
He needs to get out of New York.
Yeah.
He just same thing with Zion. He's not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But he also had that good year on Timberwolves. He had that 50-point game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Derrick Rose, if he doesn't make it, I'm not going to be like, right. If he retired right now and they were like, Derrick Rose, you're not going to make the Hall of Fame, I'd be like, okay, I understand. Like, he's been affected by injuries his whole career, but if he does, I won't be surprised either.
Yeah.
But I think if he gets picked up by a contender and is at least like 6th, 7th man, I think, and they win, I think he lock.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next up we got Karl Anthony Towns.
Yes. Yes, because I think him and Anthony Edwards as a duo is going to go really far.
Yeah, the Timberwolves better not screw this up like they did with Zach LaVine and Andrew Wiggins and Cat.
Yeah.
They had all three of them guys at one time.
Mm-hmm.
That they're like punching the air right now. They probably think about that. The GM probably thinks about that every night.
Yeah, and I think you just said GM. They just got the team basketball manager from Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I seen
he was
that.
one of the best in player development. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that they had all three of those guys at one point.
Yeah.
They really fumbled. They would
You
be.
think really was so much their fault as in Levine got hurt and Anthony Edwards or Andrew Wiggins just isn't a number one option. And Cat wasn't what he was at that point.
Okay, but I'm saying is they were like, we want to win now. They didn't have the team for a win now, so they just blew it up. I'm saying if they kept that team, think of how crazy good they'd be right now. They'd probably have a ring by now.
Yeah.
Or be getting one. Because if Cat and Anthony just what were they, the 7th seed?
Yeah.
If they just made the playoffs as the 7th seed, imagine those three, because they'd be in their primes right now. Andrew Wiggins is sitting in the finals.
Yeah.
Playing a big role for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns is crazy developed now.
Yeah.
And Zach LaVine is crazy developed now.
Both give you over 26 a game.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's one thing I think about all the time. Just what if those three would have stayed together?
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up, Damian Lillard. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. No, he hasn't done anything.
He's done nothing since he's been in the league.
He has a Rookie of the Year and a Mickey Mouse MVP.
He's got an all-star votes, but really all-star. I mean, it's cool to get an all-star like appearance, but I mean, still, it's not much compared to a championship.
I mean, Zion made all-star his first real year in the league.
But that first real year, he averaged 27.
28.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think all-star appearances are that important. I mean, obviously they are. Don't get me wrong. But then again, they're not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as big as part of a legacy as everybody thinks they are.
No.
It's just a fun game. You get Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Did he make Russell Westbrook hasn't made the last 2 years? I don't think he's made an all-star team. And he's still going to go down as one of the best point guards ever.
Right.
So I don't think it really matters. So speaking of that, next up we have Russell Westbrook.
I feel like he's a lock.
I agree. I think the only reason people probably think he isn't a lock is he doesn't have a ring. He hasn't made very many deep playoff runs in his career. Just
Been to the finals.
that's what I'm saying. So he's had 2 deep runs, one to the finals, one to the Western Conference. 2 to the Western Conference Finals, right?
Yeah.
So one was Spurs, one was Warriors,
Yes.
and in the other years, either him or KD was injured.
Right. So do you think if D Rose makes it, Russ has to make it?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
There's no
Because
way.
I have to say, at least Russ has been to a finals, and D Rose has never been close.
Whoa, he went to the Eastern Conference Finals twice.
He did Eastern Conference, was just the semis.
Eastern, because they played the Heat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right.
They took the Heat to like 6.
That's right. Okay.
Because that was the year the Heat won against the Thunder, I think.
Mm-hmm.
His MVP year, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Imagine, I don't know why I got that confused, but yeah.
But yeah, I think if Derrick Rose gets in, you have to let Russ is a lock. Russ is a lock. I'm saying he's a lock.
Mm.
He has a triple-double record. He's an MVP, deep playoff runs. One of the most dominant point guards of all time.
Mm.
In my opinion, and people are going to disagree and say Ja is, or D Rose, I think Russ Westbrook is probably the most athletic point guard of all time.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Russ is one of the greatest athletes to ever walk this planet.
Yeah, he's crazy.
If you put Russ in football, he's put him at running back and see what he would do.
Now, I think Ja can probably eventually be the most athletic point guard of all time.
If Ja could put on like 15 pounds of muscle, I would agree.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next one, Rajon Rondo. I say
yes because he's got 2 championships and his prime was one of the best two-way point guards of all time in the league.
yeah, I say yes. Because obviously Celtics don't win without him. I don't think the Lakers win without him either.
No, he's been good on every team he's ever been on.
Yeah, and you can and what he brings to the table is a leader. He's fierce. He one of the greatest passers of all time, arguably probably the best passer of all time.
He's one of the best basketball IQs we've ever seen.
He's a good floor general.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he probably had one bad year and was on the Mavs.
And he had those 2 years where he was on the Kings and the Bulls. But even the Bulls, he was decent.
The Kings
was kind of just a rotten year.
Yeah, and the Mavs was all right.
Yeah.
Was he on the Mavs when he tied the assist record?
I don't remember.
Didn't he tie it with 29?
Whoa.
I swore he did.
I don't think so. But
Hold on.
Rondo's been good. Rondo's went good on the Clippers. Been good on the Lakers, the Celtics. Who else has he been good on? He's got 2 championships. He was solid on the Bulls. He's in Cleveland right now, but he's not even in the rotation. And he's.
I don't think.
Side note. You know what? They probably won't let Rondo win right now ever because of what he just got in trouble for.
Yeah.
What are you getting in trouble for?
He pulled a gun on his baby mama.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they'd ever let him in. If he's found guilty of that, I don't think they'd ever let him in.
I don't believe it.
I don't know. It's just hard. So much stuff gets made up nowadays.
Sorry, hold on. Rondo had 25. The record's 30.
Doesn't Scott Skiles still have the record?
Yeah, but Rondo had 25 in a game, which is still crazy.
Right.
Okay, so yes on Rondo.
I do. I agree.
Carmelo Anthony, I say no.
No. It's the same thing with Dame.
He hasn't done anything. He doesn't have a Rookie of the Year or Bubble MVP.
Doesn't Melo only have 1 scoring title?
Yeah.
Man.
If you let Carmelo in, you have to let everybody in.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, one of the greatest small forwards of all time. Probably top 20.
Yeah, definitely.
Top 15, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, so I think like he can't make the Hall of Fame because he doesn't have any accolades.
Yeah.
So I'm saying no on Melo. Kyrie,
Yes. 100%.
I say the lock. I'd say if he doesn't have that ring, it's maybe. No, if he doesn't have that ring, then no. Because what other accolades does he have?
It's true.
He didn't win Rookie of the Year. No, he did. Did he win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. Like Michael Carter Williams was like a year after him.
Yeah.
Still can't believe that guy won Rookie of the Year and sucks now. I wouldn't say sucks. He's a role player for the Magic, but definitely not as good as everybody expected him to be.
No.
But I think
if Kyrie stays healthy in 2015, I think they beat the Warriors again.
Yeah, and I think if he doesn't leave to go to the Celtics, they probably have a chance of beating the Warriors that year. I mean, LeBron almost beat him by himself in one game. The other games, not so much, but
LeBron was still doing everything he could.
Yeah, I think he's a lock. So next up we have Anthony Davis. Lock, yes or no?
Lock, no. Do I think he makes it? Yes.
Yeah, I say he makes it. He has probably because they just won that ring.
And when he did it, he was top 5 player in the league. So.
Yeah, I think healthy Anthony Davis is scary.
Yeah.
Next up, Dwight Howard. Lock.
Yes.
Lock. He has what? He has three defensive player of the year awards, a ring.
One ring, yeah.
Yeah, he has a ring with the Lakers.
Been to 2 finals, one with the Magic.
Yeah, one with the Lakers. Yeah, he's a lock.
It's just self-explanatory.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, but it'll be a while before he gets in.
To be honest, I say no.
I can see the argument for no, but he doesn't. His prime was really good.
He doesn't have a ring. He doesn't have many. I mean, he has like one deep playoff run with the Clippers. They went to the Western Conference Finals one time, I think. No, I don't think they ever went to Western Conference Finals.
No, they always got beaten in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, so he hasn't even made a deep playoff run.
You're on the Nets to know they made a deep one.
Yeah, but he wasn't really playing though.
Played a little bit.
They were giving him some bum minutes on the Nets.
How many first team all NBAs does he have? 2?
I think 3.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, but
How crazy is that?
But that was the 3 years that the Clippers were nice. That wasn't.
I know.
He dunked on Brandon Jennings. That was about it.
Yeah. He ended that man's career. The man was never the same.
Yeah. So I'd say no. He hasn't done enough.
Yeah, I'll say no.
Blake Griffin.
No. We got the All-Stars, but same with DeAndre. Just never done anything.
I think Blake has made a first team once. I think he has once. It was like his crazy year with the Clippers where he averaged like 26.
Maybe so.
If not, he was definitely a second team.
Yeah.
But I think if Blake Griffin gets a ring, yeah. But he has to be. I think the Nets are screwing him right now.
They are.
I mean, when he did play against the Celtics, he played really good.
There are so many clips of him playing good defense on Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, anybody. He's developed his game so much so he can keep getting the playing time, and everybody's just like, nah.
You know what? I don't think he'd be as good as he was now if he didn't go to Detroit to be the number 1 option.
No, I don't think so.
That dude averaged 20 in Detroit.
Yeah. He was nice.
But I don't think he will. I don't think he gets in.
I think if he gets a ring and he's at least a 6th man or 7th man, he gets in.
Yeah.
I think
it hurts me to say it. hurts me to say it, but like you have to say no right now.
Yeah, for sure, no right now. I love PG, but no. Tyson Chandler.
His prime was just so long ago.
He was on the Mavs when they won the championship.
He won a Defensive Player of the Year in New York.
I think yes, because that's probably one of the greatest finals wins ever.
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah.
Won't be right now, but right
I'd say
away
the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into some younger players again. So Trae Young, does he eventually make it?
I'm about to say, if he stays in Atlanta, no, because I don't think him in Atlanta will win a ring.
They made a deep run last year.
Yeah. Trey did have a really good playoff last year.
This year he just struggled, but I also heard.
But then again, he's the only viable ball handler on his team, so the Heat just ate him alive.
I also heard rumors that he was playing through a hamstring injury.
I don't know.
You just never know.
Right.
I think yes.
But that Heat defense was ridiculous.
Yeah, the Heat were eating him alive.
I think he will. But his career is gonna depend on him staying or not.
I think if he stays, they're gonna eventually. I think John Collins is gonna get traded this offseason.
Yeah, because the problem is Trey is already signed to a max extension. So
they're gonna build around Trey if they let Trey leave. He's gonna be the franchise player for the Hawks.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't have made the trade for him with Luka if they didn't think he was.
I think that was the most equal trade ever.
2 all NBA guys, yeah.
Those people disagree, but Trey made a deep run last year. Luka made a deep run this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the most equal trade ever. I was honestly upset when he got traded to the Hawks, though. I was happy he got drafted by the Mavericks. So I was like, dang, Dallas ain't that far.
I don't think Trey, as of right now, I'll say no, but it depends on Trey's decision.
All right. Whitehall, I'm going to let you enter this one. Jason Tatum, does he make the Hall of Fame?
Yes. He's going to be the face of the NBA for at least, if he stays healthy, 100% face of the NBA for the next 10 years. I say wins MVP at least once, maybe twice, couple rings, especially if he wins this year. The run that he made and the teams that he played and conquered, this will be one of the best playoff runs for the Celtics in the history of the team. And he led them to that. And he won the Larry Bird Award.
See, I think it makes a hard argument for that because this is the first year they've done that.
Yeah. I think it's kind of an odd award to win, you know?
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest, I read this and I agree with it. I read it on one of the dunk comments and somebody was like, yes, Jason Tatum won, but I still think Jimmy had a better series than him. And honestly, I can see that. Jimmy did have, what did he have, 40 what?
45.
Was it 47? 40, I thought it was 47.
47, yeah.
And then he had 35 last
45.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Averages, I don't know where they stand, but I don't know. You looking it up, Wyatt?
Yeah.
No.
I can find it.
Alright, yeah, he is.
I don't know. Wasn't there a time, way in the 70s, when a team lost but one of the players still won Finals MVP?
Whoa.
Hold on, I'm pretty sure.
Was that Jerry West?
I don't know if that's ever happened.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Jerry West. Yeah, Jerry West. In 1969.
He did? In what year? 69.
Yeah, they lost. Because he went
Who
to
did they lose to?
he went to like 5 straight finals and didn't win a single one.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so
was that before? No, we didn't play for the Lakers. Duh.
listen. So I watched that Lakers show on HBO Max, Winning Time.
Yeah, not Magic.
Yeah, I watched that and I finished it 2 days ago, and I had no idea that Kareem was supposed to win the Finals MVP, and and the commissioner David Stern was like, no, Magic. Obviously he's injured and he's not here because Kareem didn't travel with them for Game 6.
Yeah.
And they're and David Stern said, we wouldn't have won this game without you. So either we can get Kareem on the phone and he can accept it, or you can accept it. And Magic accepted it, and the rest is history.
It's kind of dirty. It doesn't seem like that.
No, I don't think so. Because I think if you're Kareem, you have to look at it as, yeah, I had a great game on a broken foot in Game 5, but Magic stepped up in Game 6.
Just couldn't get it for Game 6.
Yeah, Magic did everything he did in Game 6. Why-Hole, what you got for me?
I'm still looking.
Alright, we'll just move on to the next person. We'll go back to that. Speaking of Jimmy Butler, Hall of Fame or no?
Yes.
Ooh, right now?
No. Right now, no. But he's one of the best. He's one of those two-way players of our generation in really the last 20 years.
Yeah, I say if he gets a ring, yes.
I think everybody, I think Wyatt had a little bit too, wants Jimmy to get a ring at some point in his career.
Yeah,
I wanted him to win it in 20 against LeBron.
Yeah.
If he does that, that's crazy because Bam was hurt and Goran Dragic was hurt, and Goran Dragic in the bubble was really good.
If Bam is healthy, they win it.
I think it would. I think it would definitely be way closer.
All right, next up, Kevin Love. I say yes.
Yes, but he won't get in for a while
because of the 3-1 game for the 3-1 series.
Yeah, but when Kevin Love was in Minnesota, he was one of the best players. He was top 10 player in the league.
He was
top
tough.
15.
He was crazy.
25 and 10 every game.
He was like Jokic before Jokic.
He really was.
Because he was a bigger body center or bigger body power forward.
Yeah, but he played center.
Yeah. All right.
You can make the argument that he kind of started this. Him and Chris Bosh were really the inventors of the small ball center.
Yeah. Chris Bosh was like 6'11" though, wasn't he?
They're 6'10", but it's crazy how we think 6'10" is small ball, but it's because a lot of centers are 6'11", 7 foot.
Even taller, like 7'3".
Yeah.
All right. Paul George.
No.
Not ever?
No, not ever. I think he has a chance, but he's had so many massive meltdowns in the playoffs.
Okay. Paul George had a bad playoff in the bubble. Okay.
And he went to the Thunder.
His first year wasn't as bad as the second year with the Thunder. But then we go back to before the ankle injury. He was crazy in Indiana in the playoffs.
That's really where he had his coming out party.
They took LeBron and the Big Three to Game 7 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So...
What do you think about Paul George?
I think, as of right now, he hasn't done enough to make Hall of Fame. But say him, Kawhi, and the Clippers win a ring, I think he can make it.
I think they can next year. Because they almost made it to the finals last year with Paul George doing it by himself.
Yeah, Paul George was really good last year in the playoffs.
And Terrence Mann, when he gets going, he's tough.
They have so much depth.
Yeah, I think if with the healthy Kawhi and healthy Paul George, they're so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a top 5 duo in the league when healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Next up, LaMarcus Aldridge.
No.
Yeah, I say no.
No.
He has one 50-point game against the Thunder when he was on the Spurs.
Yeah.
But
One of the best mid-ranges we've seen in a long time, but no.
Yeah, I say no. So, next up, Danny Green.
Yes.
Yes. Three rings. I think Danny Green's
In
a
his
lock.
prime, that's 3 and Ds.
I think Danny Green's a lock. He's a lock.
3-time champ. Yeah.
He's a lock. What you think, Wow?
I think he makes it. He has the rings, and he was a vital part of those rings.
He played the same position on every team, like same role.
Yep. Shoot threes, play defense.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he got the
ring. Because of the infamous Milwaukee's playoff run.
Yeah. Was really good in the finals.
No.
No!
Right now, no. I think if he gets another ring, yes. I say Giannis, yes, because Giannis has is it one MVP or 2 MVPs? Two MVPs,
2, I think.
Defensive Player of the Year,
1 championship.
and a championship.
And the most improved.
Yeah, most improved as well. So I think that makes him a lock. Chris Middleton just has a ring. And he's second option.
But in that run, man, if he's not playing like that, they don't win.
Obviously. But I'm saying is, like, I know we said Russ is a lock, but he was a most valuable player. He has the triple-double record.
It's historical.
Yeah. Chris Middleton was a second option, and I wouldn't say he was perfect throughout the playoff. There was definitely some games where he was shut down. It's tough. It's tough.
Say if Middleton was healthy and they beat the Celtics and then they beat the Heat in this series, do you think if they win the finals this year, do you think he gets a lock?
Yeah, lock. Okay.
Connor.
What's up?
I got the series stats for Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum.
Just give me the points.
Points, Jimmy had 5.6, Tatum had 25.
You say 25.6?
25.6 for Jimmy, 25 for Tatum.
Uh-huh.
But Tatum averaged more assists and rebounds.
I think people just say Jimmy probably could have got it. Obviously, Jason Tatum deserved it, but I think the only chance if Jimmy would have got it is if he would have. He had to score 40 points in every game and they still lose.
Yeah.
He had a really bad game 4.
Yeah. He was definitely, you could tell he was not himself after he hurt his knee and ankle that first time.
Yeah. Next up, Al Horford. I say no right now. No right now.
He's a 4 or 5-time All-Star.
His first time going to the finals, though.
But he was never going to make it in Atlanta.
They were the number 1 seed.
I know.
They had the best record. Okay, listen. They had the best record in the NBA. They were the 1 seed. They had a really good team that year. There's people who expected them to go to the finals. Don't get me wrong. LeBron swept them. But did you think everybody expected LeBron to sweep them? Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay. He definitely had a chance to go to the finals that year. He had a chance to go to the finals against LeBron again when he was on the Celtics first time.
Mm-hmm.
When Jason Tatum was a rookie.
So are you saying no right now?
Yeah, I'm saying no right now.
I'll say no right now.
If
he wins it this year, yes.
Yeah, they cop a ring, yes. Because he's a starter, right?
Yes. One of the biggest reasons they're in the finals.
That's what I'm saying. So he starts. He's 36.
Yeah.
And without Al Horford, they don't go to the finals.
No.
Without Al Horford, they probably don't make the playoffs.
Defense, yeah.
Without Al Horford, they probably don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they were struggling first half of the season. Okay. So I think like Wyatt made a great point to me. Wyatt Olson, he said that the NBA is the easiest Hall of Fame to get into, which I think it is. I agree. So I think a lot of these guys in this list, honestly, this whole list with just a couple more accolades could make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All 25 of these guys with just a few more with a ring or an MVP could make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just see how it works out. So next up, we're gonna discuss the NBA Finals. I know who Wyatt thinks is gonna win, but Wyatt, how many games is it gonna take for the Celtics to pull it off?
6.
I can see it. Wyatt Olson, what are you saying?
I say 6 at most because I feel X's and O's wise they can go small. I think this is a series where I think guys like Daniel Tice and Peyton Pritchard are going to have to play a big role because guys like Brown, Marcus Smart, they're going to get tired running through all them Kevon Looney screens. So I think those guys are going to have to be a big reason they win.
So you're saying Celtics in 6?
Yes.
You know what? I'm saying Dubs in 6.
Really?
Dubs in 6.
If the Warriors win, does Curry get his Finals MVP?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Draymond. Draymond.
No.
Damian Lee.
Imagine if Draymond averages like a triple-double for the series.
Hey, Doc, listen. You see this? See this on my hat? We're taking it home. Nah, Doc, I'm playing. I'm playing about the we. Nah, I'm not playing about the winner, though. Warriors taking it home. Nah, that's all jokes, though, for real. Celtics in 6.
Look at that hair, though.
Celtics in 6. Warriors ain't taking nothing home.
Yeah.
Because I already said whoever makes it out of the East is winning the finals.
Yep.
So, sorry, Warriors fans. I got you excited with that. Just a little tease because y'all going home in 6. At the most, 7.
Who has home court advantage?
Warriors.
Warriors do, okay.
They're the 1 seed.
That's right.
I have a couple points, though. The Celtics are the best defensive team in the NBA. And the Warriors, they're arguably the best offensive team in the NBA. And I think everyone agrees the best defense beats the best offense.
Depends on the offense.
Yeah. I just...
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think he's locking Curry up.
Especially if Smart puts him 100%.
Okay. I don't think he's locking Curry up for 7 games. I don't think anybody can.
No, and that's why I said guys like Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, like the backup guards for the Celtics are going to have to play really good defense when Smart isn't on Curry.
Derek White's a liability on defense. We learned that last night.
Yeah.
Jimmy was cooking him.
And another point I have to make is the path to the finals was so much harder for the Celtics. They played way better teams than the Warriors had to. In my opinion, we had to play the Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and we played good enough defense to shut them down to around 20 points a game. which for those two in the playoffs is big. That's a big shutdown that we had. We did our best to shut down Giannis, but we didn't really shut down Giannis.
Shut down Drew
What
Holiday.
do you have? 200. What did he have? 200 points, 100 rebounds, and 50 assists, or something like that.
Yeah, first player to ever do that.
And then Jimmy, he averaged 25 a game in a 7-game series. And the Warriors, they played the Nuggets, they played Memphis.
Memphis was tough.
Memphis, yeah, but they couldn't keep up with Curry.
They're just
Clay.
young.
Yeah.
Denver didn't have Jamal and MPJ, and obviously Jaw getting hurt, missing the last 2 games against the Grizzlies.
And
But that's what I'm saying, though. They didn't have it as hard as the Celtics had it.
okay, but you can make the same argument for the Celtics, for the Warriors, though, because, first round, they match up with KD and Kyrie. Yes, those 2 players you would think could beat the Celtics by themselves, but that's still not their full team. I think if Ben Simmons plays, I'm not saying the Nets win, but I'm saying it's definitely not a sweep. Because you got to think, yes, like I said, KD and Kyrie should have been able to beat them by themselves. Don't get me wrong. But they didn't, and they still didn't have their full team. So they're still missing a star.
Yeah, because I agree with Connor, because with Ben Simmons, if he's even 90% of his normal self, you're still getting an elite playmaker, really good athlete and defender, and somebody who's 6'10" and can guard Jason Tatum, Al Horford, whoever you really want, and he can do it.
And the Bucks didn't have Chris Middleton. They had Drew Holiday played terrible. So I think with Chris Middleton, it probably goes the other way. Because, like you said, it's not like they locked up Giannis. Giannis still went wild, so Chris Middleton probably still going to get buckets.
Yeah,
And
but
then
also Chris Middleton is in there. Giannis doesn't have as big of games as he did have.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to. And
Yeah.
but Giannis can still, he may drop 50 in the final with Chris Middleton still being his second best player. And then
I
think if...
I honestly thought...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was going to say, honestly, if the Bucks have Chris Middleton, they repeat.
Yeah, I could see it. It's a pretty good possibility. So back to what I was saying, I think Jimmy doesn't ever get hurt and isn't playing through an injury. It's probably different. I mean, it still went to 7, don't get me wrong. Both teams did everything they could, but I think if Tyler Hero doesn't get hurt, 6th man of the year, I think it's different. There's just so many, there's just so many factors. I think you could just make the argument for both sides.
If Tyler Hero, there's so many factors that you could change one, it could go the other way. If Tyler Hero was 100%, that's 21 points a game that you're throwing away.
Yeah.
That you're not getting.
A good three-point shooter. He can penetrate. He can get to he's just a bucket.
And I think that was the downfall of the Heat, is they had outside of Jimmy and Tyler, they didn't have another shot creator.
Yeah, I mean,
because Oladipo's still not 100%.
That's what I'm saying. And you can make that argument if Oladipo's 100%, then different. Oladipo's the reason they won Game 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Either way, you can say their paths weren't as difficult as they could been.
But also, Tatum, Smart, Robert Williams, they were all injured at some point within the last 2-3 weeks.
Smart guy.
Tatum, midway through the series, he was still struggling with that wrist injury, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could make the argument for anybody, for any team.
Injuries just add so many asterisks to everybody.
Yeah, so
some what ifs.
for real. So I really think Celtics in 6. If it goes to 7, I think the Warriors. If it goes to 7, I think the Warriors will win because I don't think they're going to lose at home.
And they've got all the experience. Been there, done it 100 times.
Celtics have 0 finals experience.
Yeah. 0.
Unless there's some old head on the bench, but I don't think so.
No. Even their guys that don't play have never been.
So
Even Al Horford's never been. He's played so many playoff.
Most playoff games without ever being to the finals.
that's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
So
141.
Speaking of the Celtics and Heat, the Game 7 last night, are we okay with Jimmy's shot to try to take a lead?
Yes.
At first I wasn't.
Me either. I was not. And when I was watching it live, and I was like, when he took that, I was like, oh my God, like it looked good. I was like, they're about to win. And then it front rim, it was on target.
Yeah, because like Connor mentioned earlier that he did take that exact same shot in the first half and drilled it.
To end the first half, yeah.
Well, yeah. I was thinking that he's the moment. I mean, he had Al Horford backpedaling, all his momentum. Jimmy had all the forward momentum in the world. And I feel pretty confident in Jimmy going and getting a bucket through Al Horford.
See, this is why I think he took it. Jimmy Butler played every second of that game. If he goes in, gets a layup, it's going to overtime. I believe. And I don't think the Heat were going to be able to make it through an overtime.
I think Jimmy played every second, Bam played every second. I just didn't have the energy for it.
That's what I'm saying. So I think he was like, I have to hit this because if we go to OT, we're going to lose.
Right.
So
That's what he put on. Like, someone asked him, and he was like, I took that shot because I knew I had to win this game. And I'm happy with the shot I took, and so are my teammates. So he's not breaking a sweat over it.
even Spoles said like he trusted Jimmy with that shot. And everybody who's calling it a bad shot are the same people who are saying that Damian Lillard's shot against the Thunder was a good shot. Because when Paul George came out and said that was a bad shot, everybody flamed him. But Jimmy Butler takes a wide open three for game.
I think it was two different situations though. Like with Dame, he was up 3-1, and this is a game 7.
I think that makes Jimmy Butler's case better because this is win or go home.
That is true. I will give you that because of the pressure of the Game 7 ticket to go to the finals on the line.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got you. So, I don't know. I think it was a good shot.
Yeah, just in the heat of the moment, it didn't seem like it, but looking back, yeah.
All right, so put some up on the screen. I think this is probably the I don't know if I say worst. I don't know what to call it. Y'all talk about it. Hold on.
One of the hottest.
Yeah, it's a hot take. It says Steph could reel off a 3-peat and still not be in the same conversation as LeBron James. I don't believe it.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Here's why I don't think so, because all three of Steph's rings have an asterisk next to them. 2 of them had Kevin Durant, and one of them he probably should have. We always say he probably should have won Finals MVP. It's kind of consensus. But even in that series, wasn't great. Like the team around him was one of the greatest teams ever.
Yeah.
So, but if Steph was to go and win, if Steph could win, I don't know. If Steph won 2 more championships and would average 30 in the finals, then you have the argument. But no, not right now. No.
But the argument is
if he three-peats.
That means 6 rings, most 3-pointers ever made, known as the greatest shooter of all time. 2 MVPs, one of them being unanimous.
And definitely, if they three-peat, he's definitely winning every single Finals MVP.
Oh, for sure. And averaging.
Man, that's crazy. He probably would.
He definitely would be in the conversation with LeBron if that happened.
Yeah, no question he would. Because if that, then at that point, he's an argument for the GOAT.
Yeah. I think that would make him the greatest point guard of all time. No doubt.
No question.
No question.
No question.
That's one of the hottest takes.
Honestly,
That's one of the hottest takes I've ever heard, but I disagree. I think if he three-peats, then he's past LeBron.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
No, I think so.
I think he would.
You think if Curry 3-peats, he'd be the second greatest player of all time in basketball?
Yeah. That's
I really
crazy.
would.
That's crazy. After missing the playoffs 2 years in a row and then three-peating.
That really is only something Michael Jordan or Bill Russell would do.
Because that would be... So, if he three-peats... So, he's... What's his finals record right now?
Steph?
3-4?
Steph is...
3-5. 3-5.
3-5.
The Raptors lost.
3-5. They won... Oh, yeah. They lost 3-1, and then the Raptors. 3-5.
Yeah.
Where's the other... 3-5?
They lost to the Raptors, and they
Raptors.
and they lost
Cavs.
to the... That's... Yeah. And they won 3.
That's hot. 1-3, lost 2.
He won
That's
2.
5.
He won 2 with Kevin Durant, and then won 1 without him.
Okay, so where is the 5?
He's won
Alright,
3 rings
first
out
finals.
of 5 finals.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So if he wins 3 more, he's 6-8. Am I doing the math right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, 6-8.
crazy.
75% of the time he goes to the finals, he wins.
That's crazy. That's second greatest player of all time if that happened, no doubt. So I
Also
think
unanimous MVP.
he passes LeBron. 100%.
He's in the talks with Jordan if he does that.
Yeah,
Which is just crazy to think about. He is 3 championships away from being in the Jordan talks. If he wins this year, he's definitely top 10. I think he passes Wilt. Because I love that 10. I think he passes Wilt.
I could see it. So we saying that take is wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
That take is wrong.
All right.
Wyatt originally, there's no way Curry would be in top of LeBron.
All right. So glad we could change your mind, Wyatt. That makes me happy. So one day we'll change your mind about LeBron being the GOAT. Wait. So that means if Curry does do this, does that mean he's the GOAT?
He might be.
That's the hot take?
Yes or no?
No.
But you just said
He's still
I don't
out.
know.
you just said
No,
He's done
because
so much.
he still gave up the first ever 3-1 loss in the finals.
Nah, you're crazy. Anyways, it was a great episode. Thank you, Wyatt Holt. Thank you, Wyatt Olson. If you want to be a guest on the show, let me know. I'd love to have more people. But anyways, I'm Connor Black for the Foul Line. See you later.